Ever wonder why Sigma males seem to stir up such strong reactions in people? Welcome to the enigma that is the Sigma male, a character type that seems to baffle, intrigue, and sometimes irk individuals across the social spectrum. Let's put on our Sherlock Holmes hats for a moment. Sigma males, often dubbed as the lone wolves of the social hierarchy, are a breed apart. They march to the beat of their own drum, preferring solitude over the endless hustle and bustle of societal norms. They are neither leaders like alphas nor followers like betas. They are, in essence, the wild cards of the pack, living life on their own terms, and quite frankly, they wouldn't have it any other way. What makes them so unique, you ask? Is it their introverted nature? Or perhaps their self-reliant lifestyle? Well, it's a blend of these and so much more. Sigma males are often characterized by their introspective nature, their intellectual prowess, and their remarkable self-sufficiency. They have a silent strength about them, a quiet confidence that doesn't shout but whispers. However, as intriguing as they may be, Sigma males are often misunderstood and at times even disliked. Their unconventional lifestyle, their apparent aloofness, their disregard for societal norms, these characteristics often lead to misconceptions and biases. People tend to fear what they don't understand, and the Sigma male, with his enigmatic persona, often ends up being the subject of such fear and misunderstanding. Yet, it's these very traits that make Sigma males so fascinating. They are not bound by societal expectations. They don't seek validation from others, and they are perfectly content with their own company. They are the epitome of self-reliance and self-satisfaction, the embodiment of the saying, "I am my own best friend." So, why do people have such strong reactions to Sigma males? Well, it's a question with multiple answers, each more absurd than the last. But don't just take our word for it. Join us as we delve deeper into this mystery, as we unravel the enigma that is the Sigma male. So, buckle up as we dive into the 10 absurd reasons why people cannot stand Sigma males. First up, the lone wolf syndrome. The Sigma male is often seen as a lone wolf, preferring solitude to the hustle and bustle of social settings. This trait is not due to a lack of social skills or an inability to connect with others. Rather, it's a conscious choice made by Sigma males to enjoy their own company and pursue their own interests. For many, this solitude is perplexing. It's seen as an anomaly, as society often equates being alone with being lonely. But for a Sigma male, solitude isn't a sign of loneliness. It's a sign of strength. It's a space for self-reflection, self-improvement, and self-sufficiency. However, this preference for solitude often leads to misunderstandings. It breeds the misconception that Sigma males are aloof, indifferent, or worse, antisocial. But let's pause for a moment and ponder this. Isn't it absurd to judge someone for enjoying their own company? Next on our list, the non-conformity dilemma. Now, Sigma males are a breed apart, marching to the beat of their own drum. They don't feel the need to fit into societal norms or to follow the herd. In fact, they thrive on being different, on being unique. But this unconventional approach can sometimes be unsettling for some. Why? Because most people find comfort in familiarity, in knowing what to expect. And when someone comes along breaking all the rules, it disrupts that comforting predictability. Imagine you're playing a game of chess and your opponent decides to ignore all known strategies. Instead, they make moves that seem completely out of the blue, leaving you bewildered. That's the kind of disconcerting impact a Sigma male can have. Can you identify any nonconformist traits in yourself or in someone you know? So, are we really going to fault someone for thinking outside the box? Moving on to the silent strength. Now, this is something that truly sets Sigma males apart. They aren't the loudest in the room, but they're possibly the strongest. They don't boast about achievements or flex their muscles, but their strength lies within. A strength that's silent yet powerful. Imagine this. You're in a room full of people, and there's this one person who doesn't say much but exudes an aura of stability and resilience. That's the Sigma male for you. Their strength isn't loud and boastful. It's quiet and steadfast. This can be quite intimidating for some, as we're so used to equating strength with noise and showmanship. But let's take a quick poll here. How many of us actually find silent strength intimidating? Quite a few, right? It's interesting to see how many people equate silence with weakness, only to be surprised by the strength that silence can hold. Isn't it strange to fear someone for their quiet strength? Let's delve into the self-reliance factor. Sigma males are like the Swiss Army knives of the social world. They are highly self-reliant, equipped to handle any situation that life throws at them. They're the type to have a toolbox for every problem, a plan for every emergency. But here's the peculiar thing. This independence, this self-sufficiency, can make others feel, well, a little uncomfortable. Imagine you're in a group project and there's this one person who doesn't need any help. They've got it all covered. It's like watching a one-man band playing a symphony. It's impressive, but also a bit unsettling, isn't it? The thing is, being comfortable with someone's self-reliance requires a certain level of self-assuredness in one's own abilities. So, pop quiz time. How comfortable are you with self-reliance in yourself and in others? Isn't it absurd to be uneasy around someone who can take care of themselves? Next, we have the unpredictability quotient. Now, the Sigma males, they're a wild card, aren't they? They're like a mystery novel that keeps you on your toes, turning pages late into the night, always keeping you guessing. You see, they don't adhere to societal norms, nor do they follow predictable patterns of behavior. This unpredictability, this refusal to fit into a box, can be disconcerting for some. It's like trying to dance when the music keeps changing. You might think you've got them figured out, but then they'll surprise you, showing another layer you didn't see coming. It's like peeling an onion, but this onion's got a mind of its own and a wild streak to boot. It's this unpredictable nature that makes them fascinating to some, but frustrating to others. Now, isn't it strange to be unsettled by someone who likes to keep things interesting? Let's tackle the intellectual intimidation. Now, we all know those individuals who seem to have an unlimited reservoir of knowledge, right? They're the ones who have a knack for transforming casual conversations into intellectual debates. Well, that's an accurate description of a typical Sigma male. They're often intellectually superior and have a deep thirst for knowledge. This, my friends, can be a tad intimidating to some. Imagine you're at a party and you strike up a conversation about the weather. Suddenly, you're engaged in a discussion about climate change, greenhouse gases, and carbon footprints. Quite a leap, isn't it? And that's the Sigma male for you, always ready to explore the depths of any topic. But let's pause for a moment. Is it really fair to be intimidated by someone who loves to learn? Or should we appreciate their intellectual curiosity and perhaps learn a thing or two from them? So, are we really going to be intimidated by someone who loves to learn? Next on our list, the emotional enigma. What's that, you ask? Well, Sigma males are known for their emotional reservation. They're like Fort Knox when it comes to their feelings. You'd have better luck breaking into the Federal Reserve than getting a Sigma male to spill his emotional beans. This, my friends, can be quite perplexing for some. Why? Because we live in a world where oversharing is the norm. Social media feeds are filled with emotional outpourings, and reality TV thrives on tearful confessions. But Sigma males, they buck the trend. They keep their emotions close to their chest, preferring to deal with their feelings internally rather than airing them out for the world to see. Imagine a quick poll popping up on your screen. How do you feel about emotional reservation? Intriguing, confusing, maybe even a little intimidating? Isn't it absurd to be confused by someone who values their emotional privacy? Let's explore the self-improvement obsession. Imagine someone who's perpetually on a quest for betterment, like a modern-day knight in pursuit of the holy grail of self-improvement. That's a Sigma male for you. They're the folks who spend their weekends reading books, attending seminars, or learning a new language instead of partying. They're always on the hunt for knowledge and growth, making every opportunity a chance to learn and evolve. Now, you might wonder, how could this be daunting to others? Well, being around someone who's always striving to improve can put a mirror to our own complacency. It can make us question why we're not doing more, learning more, being more. It's not always a comfortable feeling. Here's a fun little question for you. What's the last thing you did for personal growth? No pressure, just something to think about. So, are we really going to be daunted by someone who constantly strives for better? Moving on to the unconventional success. Sigma males. Oh, they're a breed apart. Their journey to success isn't the typical climb up the corporate ladder or the predictable path of traditional academia. Instead, Sigma males carve out their own unique routes, often venturing into uncharted territories. They might build a successful startup from their garage, become a world-renowned expert in a niche field, or journey around the globe, turning their experiences into a profitable blog or book. This unconventional success can be unsettling for some. Why? It's simple, really. Society has a certain comfort level with the familiar, the predictable, but when someone shatters that mold and still achieves success, it can be downright disconcerting. It challenges the status quo, the established norms. But let's pause and think about it. Now, isn't it strange to be unsettled by someone who carves their own path to success? And finally, we have the dislike for small talk. Now, this trait of Sigma males can be a real conversation stopper. Small talk, the weather, the latest gossip, what's trending on social media. These are all things that Sigma males typically find meaningless and uninteresting. They're the kind of people who would rather dive into a deep discussion about the mysteries of the universe or debate the merits of different philosophical theories. Think about it. How many times have you found yourself trapped in a conversation about things you couldn't care less about? Sigma males simply choose to avoid these interactions. Their preference for meaningful conversations isn't a sign of arrogance or aloofness. It's a reflection of their desire to connect on a deeper level, to exchange ideas and thoughts that have substance. But ironically, this disdain for small talk can be off-putting for some. It can be perceived as being unfriendly or distant. Isn't it absurd to be put off by someone who prefers meaningful conversations? So, there we have it. The 10 absurd reasons why people cannot stand Sigma males. From the lone wolf syndrome to the dislike for small talk, we've journeyed through the mysterious world of the Sigma male, a world that many find hard to understand and even harder to accept. We've explored the non-conformity dilemma, the silent strength, and the self-reliance factor, all of which can be intimidating to those who are accustomed to the status quo. The unpredictability quotient, the intellectual intimidation, and the emotional enigma add further layers of complexity, making the Sigma male a figure that is as fascinating as it is misunderstood. But let's not forget the self-improvement obsession and the unconventional success. These traits reflect the Sigma male's relentless pursuit of personal growth and their unique path to achieving their goals. It's not about fitting in or climbing the social ladder for them. It's about forging their own path and staying true to themselves, even if it means going against the grain. And finally, the dislike for small talk. While this might seem off-putting to some, it's really just a reflection of the Sigma male's preference for depth and substance over superficial chatter. They'd rather invest their time and energy into meaningful conversations and productive activities. In wrapping up this absurdity, let's remember that it's not about labeling or judging. It's about understanding and accepting. We all have our quirks and idiosyncrasies, and Sigma males are no different. They might not fit into the conventional social structure, but that doesn't make them any less valuable or worthy of respect. So, let's open up the conversation. What are your thoughts on these 10 absurd reasons? Do you agree or disagree with them? Do you know a Sigma male who embodies these traits? We'd love to hear your insights and experiences. Remember, being different isn't a crime, it's a strength. Celebrate diversity and let's embrace the Sigma males amongst us.